Hey, hello and welcome to Gabbin Games. I'm Miquel Sanchez.
And I'm Viperuk98.
Coming in with perfect timing there. And we're going to kick off talking about 2015. That's over now. So what would you say has been your game of the year?
My game of the year that I've thoroughly enjoyed playing this year was actually, I'm still playing it. It's Darkest Dungeon by Red Hook Studios.
Yeah, I've seen you streaming that. I mean, I've watched you play. I haven't played it myself. Without meaning to sound a bit mean, it looks a fairly simple concept, well executed, but.
It is. It's another one of these games where you've got a lot of random number generators in it that basically the game is trying to kill you at all times. So it's a lot like one of your favourite games that you play.
Saying that, having watched you play though, are there scenarios in which you can just completely lose the game? That's the only thing that
I think if you... Yes, you probably can. If you run out of money and have all of your heroes dead, you would lose the game completely.
Would it tell you that you've lost, though, or would it just put you in an unwinnable position?
But I've never gotten to that point. It'd be an interesting concept, but I don't really want to run a game just to find out if that would happen.
No, it's a fair point. If it's your game of the year, as I say, it's probably not something that I've personally played. That's nothing against it. I've seen you play, and it looks quite funny. Just I don't know if it just perhaps it's a bit. I know, it looks almost like one of those things, a bit like Magic the Gathering or something like that. It's something that looks very simple on the surface, but when you actually start to try and play it, it's something a heck of a lot more complicated than you realise.
Yes, it is. So the basic concept is that you get a group of travellers, adventurers, whatever you want to call them, and you're going into these sort of situations where you have to, look at what you're going to take with you, items you want to take with you, all these kind of things first. Then you have to actually work out how to do the actual fighting. And from what I've been told, it didn't actually happen to me, but in the actual tutorial, a good majority of people actually lose some of their heroes on just the tutorial. And
what, you lose them on the tutorial and that's after the tutorial you don't
No, so if you lose those adventurers, you then have to go and buy more. You have to get
so you're in a point where the tutorial can kill you, basically.
Oh, yeah, even the tutorial can kill you. What happened?
So, I mean, how difficult would you say it is on a scale of 1 to 10?
The learning curve on it is huge. You have to be very, very careful. I'm still rubbish at it. It has to be said. I'm terrible at it. But no, it's very difficult, and the game, you'll be running perfectly well through it, and everything will be going swimmingly, and then the game will suddenly decide it's going to kill you. And everything will go wrong completely, and you'll lose all of your heroes in one go. Well, I've had that happen.
Just on that subject, I mean, it's not going to be my game of the year, but just on that subject, I think we could both, it's a game we've both played this year that we hadn't before. It's not a new game by any stretch, but I think we could both probably give a nod to Faster Than Light for that, couldn't we? As I say,
Faster Than Light, yeah, absolutely.
It's not as if it's a new game. I think it was released 2013, something like that. It's been played to death on YouTube and Twitch. It's
to be honest, it was a toss-up between Darkest Dungeon and Faster Than Light for my best game, because they're very simplistic designs of games, but they work beautifully.
I'm going to sound geeky now. Really, really geeky, but the thing I dislike about those kind of games, don't get me wrong, I loved Faster Than Light, it's the Kobayashi Maru, and for the 20% of people that get that reference, then yes, we are sad people, but it's the unwinnable situation.
What you mean is the no-win scenario, the no-win scenario.
I dislike games that put you into a no-win situation. What would I say? I'll be truthful, I think overall, the quality of the game, it hasn't been a bad year, but it has not been a brilliant year by any stretch. You've had a lot of AAA titles come out. You've had The Witcher 3, that came quite early in the year. That was a good game. Metal Gear Solid 5, that came in the summer. someone being very careful not to do any product placement there.
Completely.
This is why I've broken it down between best game and most played, because what I possibly consider the best game of the year is not the game I've spent the most amount of time on, or has sucked the most life out of me.
No, because I know which one that is.
Yeah, we will get onto that.
Oh, yes. Strangely enough, I think ours will be both the same for that one.
But once again, not a game released this year, but I bought Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PC. That was a really nice PC port of that's really nice, I have to say. I've seen some pretty lousy PC ports for games. Probably the worst is Dark Souls 1, the PC port for that. If you're going to play that on PC with keyboard and mouse, just forget it, it's impossible. You will die all the time, and you will end up smashing your keyboard through your monitor and giving up. Probably, I'd have to say that it hasn't been a bad year, but there hasn't been much out there that's really, really grabbed me. But I'd probably have to say it's a recent contender. I only bought the game probably about 10 days ago, but it's a game called Rocket League.
Yes, I've seen a lot of that on streams.
It's, for those of you that don't know it, it's very basically, it's football or soccer, wherever you're watching, with cars. But the cars have rocket boosters, so you can literally just... I'm trying to think of a good example. There was a game for the SNES years and years and years ago. I think it was called Street Racer. And I think it was the first time I ever saw the concept of using cars for football, and it's not dissimilar to that. It's kind of like a what you might call a more graphically posh twist on something like Mario Kart. But basically, it's football with rocket-boosted cars, and the whole point is it's generally 3-on-3, but you can have 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. There is a 4-on-4 option, that's probably absolutely crazy, just because most of the time all you're doing is whacking into one another, and the ball will just randomly ping off wherever it likes. But I'd say, don't think it's unfair to say that probably 50% of the goals scored for you or against you are just total luck of where the ball bounces. But it's just great fun. I mean, it's a brilliant concept. It's really well executed. It looks nice. The games themselves are only 5 minutes long, and I think that's a brilliant amount of time. It kind of falls into the Civ trap of you'll play a game and you'll think, oh, let's just have one more. And then you'll play that and it's like, oh, it's just one more. And before you know it, it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And okay. But I'd say that's probably going to get my game of the year. And as I said, it's my personal game of the year. I don't think it was released this year. I think it was possibly released end of last year, I think. But well worth checking out. Yeah, definitely. I'd say Rocket League. It's very, very late. If it hadn't been for Rocket League, I would have probably have gone for... see, once again, this is difficult. It has not been a phenomenally good year. I mean, it's very tempting to say Fallout 4 as well.
I haven't played Fallout 4. I've seen people play it, but I haven't actually played it myself.
The thing with Fallout, this is the problem that I have. I think I'm just getting on now. But Witcher 3, brilliant game. Metal Gear Solid 5, brilliant game. Fallout 4, brilliant game. But they just don't seem to be able to just suck me in for like the 20-30 hours that you need these days to complete a game like that.
It's what I'm seeing with a lot of games more recently. I don't know if, again, it's, the age that you and I are at now. But I like the games that don't take forever and a day to play. I'm at the moment doing a little plug here on my stream. I'm doing a Dragon Age Inquisition stream, and I'm on my 7th day of playing it, which is, I don't know, 40, 50 hours of playing, and I'm nowhere near even getting close to getting anywhere in it yet, really. So it feels like it's taking too long.
Loads of people say The Witcher 3, Fallout 3. I'm not saying that they're not great games. They just didn't seem to just suck me in. It's been a long time since a game sucked me in that much, I have to say. So Rocket League 2015, and what was yours again? Darkest Dungeon, was it?
Darkest Dungeon, yeah.
And I would both say it as well, both indie games as well. So that's a
yes.
big plus. No AAAs sponsoring us, so we haven't sold out just yet. I'd say well worth it.